How's it going, everybody? Yes, as the title clearly describes there. Tonight, yes, doing some more tank work on the 510 here. Getting right to the chase here as well. Well, trying to get to the chase if I can find my scissors. I'll apologize again about the camera and mic quality. I switched to my laptop this time, hoping that it might improve a little bit, because I know that last time when we used the phone to stream, it seemed like some frames were being skipped. So hopefully this time around we can at least avoid that much. I got my bag upside down. We're off to a great start. Justine, welcome aboard. Good to see you, man. We got 300 pounds of sand already in our 510 plywood tank back there. Just we'll see if we can finish off the rest of it here tonight. But I guess I should note, actually, real quick. I'm gonna move my laptop down here real quick. I actually got some more sand here today. So we last time when we ended the stream had just 3 bags left. Well, now we got 6. We'll see if we can maybe power through all handful plus 1 through them. If not, well, then we'll see. Otherwise, I might just finish the rest off stream or off camera or whatever. Ugh. This one I can't get a good handle on. There we go. There we go. I mean, this stuff is just such a fine grain, too. Just, whew. Very fine grained sand. There we go. I don't know. I'm starting to debate, guys. This laptop thing isn't working all that well, but we might go ahead and just stick with it. Big Liam says, hello. How's it going, Big Liam? I apologize in advance if I ever mispronounce a name. Pronunciation is unfortunately not a skill of mine in life. Ooh, okay. You know what? It might actually help if I get this light turned on up here. Be right back, guys. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't look as pixelated anyway. Yeah, that's better than earlier. We'll stick to it. All right. First bucket. Here we go. Whew. Sand dust getting in the eye. We're sticking to the pool filter sand, just like earlier. Oh, we got a kink somewhere. There we go. Woo-hoo-hoo. About made a little mess. Big Liam, appreciate it. Sharing out the stream, I appreciate it. I've done a few of these, and it's cool to see so many people. I've noticed, especially on the replays. I mean, I know, obviously, starting this at 11 p.m. Central Time, a lot of people in my neighborhood or around this neck of the woods is already calling it a day, going to bed and such. But the results of people watching the replays on this have been really cool. So what if you're watching this live right now, or if you're in this watching the replay right now, however you're watching, greatly appreciate it. Whew. Now that we got pool filter sand too, traditionally this isn't as hard to clean out as clay sand, so hopefully we should fly right through it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like this is a very this isn't a very dirty bag either, so all the bags are like this one. We'll be done in no time. go. Get the water as hot as your hands can handle. And then just get up as much dust as we can here before we dump it into our tank over there, which we will show off shortly. Don Gallagher, how's it going, Don? Good to see you. Saying hey, hey. Hey, right back at you, Don. Hope you're having a good night, evening, whatever it is for you. Yeah, we're already almost done with this first bucket. We'll show off the 510 here in the progress here shortly. Once we get this bucket all done, which should only be a minute or two more, if that. Honestly, I think that's about ready to go. Yeah, I'd actually say this bucket's ready. We're ready to put this on over. Don, just getting off work. Hey, good for you. That's the best part of the day sometimes, right? You've gone into work, you've made the money, now you get to come on home and just sit back and relax and kick it. Okay. Whoop, we don't want to dump any sand out. We want to keep that as minimal as possible. Funny thing is, we have 300 pounds of sand yet to put in this 510 plywood tank. Yet, that's actually the exact amount of sand that's in the tank already. 300 pounds. Why is that? Oh, the plug. No wonder why. All righty. So we'll do this just like we did last time. I'll go ahead and bump you guys over here to the 510 while I carry the sand over. And there she is, guys, in all her splendor. Let's actually turn these lights down a little bit. Believe it or not, this isn't even half the power these lights can have. There we go. I'm going to turn this down as low as we can go without turning it off. Ooh, shoot. Cord fell in the water. That's not good. It's nowhere near the plug-in, so I guess it's not the worst case scenario, but still. There we go. Yeah, that's a little better. I agree, Don. It's a beauty. It's going to look a lot more better, or a lot more beautiful, once we get more of the sand in. The rest of that wood sinks down to the bottom. And we get the aquascape and the fish in here. But of course, all in due time. Ooh, goodness. I can tell I put a little more sand on this thing than I traditionally do. She a little heavy. Little wood piece. Get that out of the water. All right. Bucket and sand away. There we go. Another good chunk of sand now in the tank. What the heck is that down there? Is that a bigger rock? That sure as heck is. I'm going to fish that out real quick. Or net that out, I guess, technically. Now, a little flat piece of rock in there. No thank you. That would scratch up our puffer, which I am not in favor of. Got another one it looks like back here. Oh, that's a big one. Trickle the sand through the net here. real quick. Yeah, daggone, that's a big piece. Good Lord, it's like a piece of concrete. Jeez. Look at that. That's like a little tiny slab of concrete. That's one thing you do got to keep an eye open for when you buy like these bags of sand from like Menards, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever place you go to. Yeah, you got to watch out for little things like this. But occasionally they will show up. All right. Don, yes, we are putting a puffer in here. We're going to put a Maboo puffer back here, as a matter of fact. He currently lives in a 40-gallon breeder. Oop, my head's covering it. Right back there. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and visit the little guy. We've done it every other stream. And he's swimming all around the front here. I will tell you all now, those of you that are new to the channel have not seen this thing before, there is a little bit of an algae issue in here that I'm battling. But without further ado, there's the puffer. He's about 6.5 inches right now. But that is Mac. He's still a very young Maboo puffer. Already eclipsed the 6-inch mark, though. He's been growing about an inch or so every month and a half or so. So actually, he's probably more around like 6.5 or even getting close to 7 inches at this point. He's getting bigger. That is for sure. All right. Be right back with my bucket, and we'll get some more sand going here. Fill the rest of this bag, and then we'll have less than 250 pounds to go. I'm thinking we'll probably got to still get some more sand after this, but the problem is it's the middle of winter here in Iowa, so it's not exactly pool season, so it's a little tricky to get pool filter sand. I'm actually kind of surprised I found some, period, honestly. All right. There we go. Another bag bites the dust. I'll put just a little bit more in here, as that's only about a quarter full. I want each bucket to be at least about half full, otherwise we'll really be here all night. And while I am a bit of a night owl personally, I still do like sleep. So yeah, we'll still do this for a while, but yeah. Joe, Finley's doing pretty well. She's her growth spurt has slowed down tremendously, but I mean, that's to be expected. Usually about when the puffers hit that 10-inch the foot mark or so, that's about when they slow down, supposedly. She's about 14 inches now, so she is a very big, beautiful girl. Whoops, I keep bumping my laptop. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, Joe, she's doing pretty well. Once we get back over there by the 5'10", I'll go ahead and show her off here real quick. Oops, that didn't quite go as I hoped. Lost the handle on the bag a little bit. There we go, that'll do for now. And we'll kill the rest of that bag later. And shoot. Scoop up a little bit of that. There we go. And to answer your other question earlier, Dan, yeah, I was on Dan's Fish stream earlier. Well, I was in the chat, I guess, more specifically. But yeah, that's one of the channels I love coming by and visiting once in a while. Like, I mean, it helps, you know, when the man does giveaways and all that. But I just like to hear the man talk fish once in a while because he's been doing it for a while, and he's a good one to listen to. He's a good one to get some pointers from, among a handful of others that I personally watch. I mean, I'm one of those that, yeah, I watch KG Tropicals. I'll watch Aquarium Co-op, among some others. King of DIY never really goes live, but every once in a while, I like to see what old Joey's up to. Long story short, yeah, there's a lot of good fish folk out there. I mean, heck, even here in the Omaha area, we got SC Fish Keeping. He hasn't posted a whole lot lately, but he's still got some cool stuff on his channel that I love to revisit. And my, the Fish Fam circle only just keeps getting bigger. Absolutely, Dan. I mean, same thing. Just hearing Dan talk about fish and all that, absolutely. That, and I'm a person where it's like, you can always learn something. Especially with this hobby. I mean, still, keeping fish since middle school, which I know I'm not exactly overly experienced and such, but I mean, still, that's been about 15 years for me, a little bit over. But keeping freshwater fish since middle school and such, the main thing I've learned is that there's always something to learn. Mrs. Freak, welcome aboard. Those of y'all in the chat, of course, that is my awesome wife. And, of course, one of my 3 amazing moderators of the channel here. Thank you for coming aboard here, dearest, as I continue to work on this mighty project that she allows me to tuck away in our basement. Yeah, this pool sand just keeps cleaning up so quickly. At this rate, guys, we might blow right through these bags. Bentley Pasco, yeah, is another one, Don. I mean, if I listed off all the good fish folk out there, I mean, shoot, I could probably make a stream listing all of those off, probably, and why I like them. Yeah, Bentley, that's another one. Wild World of Farley is another one that I sometimes check in on. Paul Cafaro, although, I don't know, that man does some crazy stuff, though, but I still like seeing what Paul's up to sometimes. All right, this batch is about done. Actually, that's looking pretty good. Get the last bits of dust and stuff out of that one, and then we'll dump this over into our tank. Ooh, man. I need like a kneeling pad down there or something. Ay, that's not easy on the knees. Dearest Ghosty's still doing well. Just, always hiding in his logs still. That's just what those ghost knives love to do. They're not the most social fish in the hobby. They like to hide. And he is no different to that trend that ghost knives traditionally have. Excuse me. But yeah, there he is. In his log, per usual. You can kind of see his head still sticking out. Here we go. And yes, I sometimes tap on it. That's to let him know I'm out here. It's also sometimes his food call, so he might get a little ticked off that when he learns that I don't actually have food for him. But yeah, you see his head poking out of there once in a while. That's his favorite hiding space, is that little log. He'll sometimes come over here to these rocks and swim through that, as well as the other little log cave over there. But, yep, that log right there is his favorite spot. All right, I'm going to bring you all back over to the tank. Here we are. Be right back with more sand that we are ready to put into this tank and have it join the rest that is already there with it. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Putting more sand in the tank. I'm just going to actually... put you right there, Wood. I'm going to actually turn the lights up just a little bit. It is a little dark over here. There we go. About 15%. There we go. And yeah, that's 15%. That's how strong these lights are. I'm very pleased about these lights. Got them off Amazon too. Oh, crap. The handle's coming off the bucket. I'm going to have to grab another bucket here again. There we go. Grab a different bucket. Ooh, that one's worn in a bit too. Dang it! All my buckets are breaking, man. Let's see. Oof. There we go. New bucket. All right, before we go back over there. Yeah, Don, I mean, washing sand. Exhilarating content. That is for sure. This handle is a little bit bent. Oh, crime-a-dee. Nope, that handle's kind of about had it too. I need to get some new buckets. These buckets right now kind of suck. Dang it. Well, fortunately, I got plenty of them, so. We have plenty of buckets to choose from. Ooh, unless they're vacuumed together like this. Oh, that's a pain. I'm not messing with that. Oh, yeah, that's our salt bucket. All right, here we go. One of my newest buckets down here. Time to break it in, huh? All right. See what we got going on in the chat as I mosey my way back over. Oh, very cool, Don. Yeah. We got foxes up here in Iowa too, but don't see them very common either. Unfortunately, you're more likely to see a coyote out here than a fox. But alas, they're both here. Fishymon64 with the eyeballs in the wave, lurking about. Appreciate you dropping by here, Fishymon64. AKA Fishymon, awesome member of the fish fam there, of course. Appreciate you dropping by. Joe from Alabama, all right. Fishymon, I do, as a matter of fact, actually have white buckets. They're Baumgart's buckets, but alas, they are white. Oh, I guess white with a little bit of green, but alas, they're white mostly. Ooh, that actually filled the bucket pretty good. That's pretty much about half full. Yeah, we might just call this one good. And once we got this one in, we'll have 400 pounds of sand in here. Grace and Jen, good to see ya. Cousin and aunt right there. Good to see you guys. Great cousin and aunt in Minnesota, that is. Looking forward to seeing you guys in about a month already, I believe it is. Actually, Actually, yeah, looking at the date here, I think it's a month exactly. Yes, very exciting. It's been an exciting few nights here in the house here, indeed. It's at long last. I mean, it's a new biggest tank, and I'm sure, knowing my tendencies, someday this record will be broken too. Joe, got to go to bed, Austin. I'll watch the replay tomorrow. Have a great night. Hey, you too, Joe. Thanks for stopping by a little bit, man. The replay will definitely be there in the morning. That's been kind of crazy too. I've been thrilled with how these replays have been going. Honestly, I mean, I just do this to kind of have the opportunity to, just put on a stream, just have whoever to talk to here as I do this along and such. I mean, I know something like this isn't exactly going to collect, 100 people at once. It's like, oh, wow, he's washing sand. Ooh. But, it's still kind of cool. Just hanging out. Craig's Catfish Cave. How's it going, Craig? Good to see you, man. Saying hi. One of the awesome supporters on the Fish Fam Christmas giveaway, by the way. For the life of me, I can't remember who got that, Craig, but I remember seeing their video, and they loved your stuff, man. So a big thank you to you for making that happen. Grace and Jen, absolutely. That's right. Thank you, Craig. It was Adele. That's right. Dang, this pool filter sand, guys, is just cleaning up so quick. Man, oh man. We got some good bags or something. I don't know, but we're flying through this. My water hasn't even gone all the way cold yet. We're about to wrap up our second bag here. Granted, of course, we got 4 more here, but we'll probably go ahead and feed some of the fish here too again, like we have on some of the other late night streams. I actually haven't fed any of them yet, but I should have put this darn thing on StreamYard. Then I could have added my phone to this. What was I doing, man? Should have did that. Honestly, nowadays, that's kind of what I do all the time. I do StreamYard. I mean, I don't think YouTube's actual live system is horrible, but I don't know. There's just more bells and whistles you can use in StreamYard. Kind of why I like it. Oh, yeah, that water's about as crystal clear as you're going to get her. So we're going to call that good. And we'll get this in the tank now, too. Whew, that water's getting just wee chilly. Ooh. All right. Back to the plywood tank we go. There it is. Try to put that down a little bit so the lights aren't totally glaring on the camera. Ow. That wood just keeps slowly sinking too, which is good to see. Hopefully by the time we're ready to add Mac or Maboo Puffer in there, it'll finally drop to the bottom. That Malaysian bogwood piece, I'm not so sure is going to be down for the count yet by the time that comes, but I guess we'll see. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. There we go. More sand on the way to the tank. Look out, light. Bit by bit, we are getting more and more in here and making a mess on the top of the tank while we're at it. All right. 2 bags down, 4 more to go. Well, if we're down for it. I think after this bag, though, we're going to call it halftime, and I'm going to let that water heater over there do its work and try to heat up our water again, because I think after this bucket, that water is going to start getting pretty cold. And not that that's actually a bad thing, but hot water does kind of help sanitize the sand a little bit, but we'll see. Oh, Don, never caught a stream where Santa showed up. Ah, bummer, man. Yeah, that is one downside, that people aren't allowed to tell you when they're going to have it. I totally get it, though, because you don't want a bunch of people that, never have seen your channel before, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, well, they're doing a giveaway. Well, I'm going to go to that one now. So, yeah, that's totally the reason why to do it. And, I would do it the same exact way, too. I would do it exactly like that. But, yeah, it's still a bummer, because then, yeah, you really got to keep on top of it. And I think I maybe made 2 streams where Santa showed up. I never won anything, but I want to say, who was it? I think I caught Stephen P one time. And was it? No, it wasn't Rico. Who was it? It was someone else's stream. Maybe it was Lefty. I don't know. It was somebody's. I don't fully remember right now. Actually, the more I think about it, it might have been a Peplin or Foxy's Fishes, maybe. One of those two. Oh, Craig's Catfish Cave. Oh, speaking of which, want to prize the first day of the Fish Fam Christmas from Peplin Creek. Absolutely. Brian and them actually contributed to the giveaway stream of mine as well there. So, yeah, Brian's got some good stuff there. Ah, Craig, I follow everyone and have the bells on. Hey, that's the way to do it. That's one way to keep track. Fishymon, yes, as a matter of fact, I am. We are using pool filter sand indeed. And as of right now, there is about 400 pounds of pool filter sand over there in that tank right now. And we got another 200 pounds sitting here on the floor. Previous 3 streams, we were doing Busch Light. Today, we're keeping it PG, or at least for right now. We're, actually G-rated right now, I guess, in terms of the drink. Good old orange soda. Sometimes nothing beats a good old orange soda. I know some people like grape better. I don't know. I personally like orange a little bit better. My favorite soda, though, overall, would be Dr. Pepper. But, oh, we got a hole in this one. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, that's not good. Well, we're going to cut there so that I don't lose track of it. And that way we can just dump the sand through this. There we go. Yep, got a little piece of a bag in the sand. Get that out of there. There we go. $2 pounds of sugar white. Whoopsies. Somehow I closed my browser. Minimize the browser. I didn't close it. If we closed the browser, this stream would have stopped. And that'd have been bad. Oh, no. If the stream ever, for whatever reason, does stop, though, stay tuned. I'll just start another one here on my phone, which is right by my laptop here. I don't know. The phone, when I'm moving around, is just a little easier to maintain and mosey around with. But, all right. Don't break, baby! Ooh. I might have put just a little more in that bucket at first than I initially wanted to. Whew. That's going to be heavy. All right. Well, this means we're getting more done at once in this batch here. So let's get to it. Daggone it. Yep, I need a kneeling pad. Son of a biscuit. Now I got sand down here. Because that one was leaking. I would just bring up my chair up here, but Unfortunately, then I have to bend over all the dang time to get my hand and the hose down deep enough into the sand to wash it out, and kind of defeats the whole comfort purpose, unfortunately. The chair was trying to get. Ooh, yeah. Guys, this water's getting chilly. We're going to give it a little bit to warm up here once we get this batch and another. Well, once we finish off this bag, we got a little bit more left after this. But. About 2/3 of the bag going here, so about 30 pounds or better in this bucket right now. Like I say, it's going to be a little bit of a workout getting this to the tank. Found 2 bags of sugar white, 20 pounds worth. Don followed everyone on the fish fam list. I follow a few. I mean, I always try to follow or keep tabs on as many as I can, but a good thing about it is that, yeah, there's just so many, which also kind of makes it a little difficult to do so, but it's a good problem to have, though. Whew, dusty. I know my list in terms of all of them that I follow. It's pretty extensive. I wouldn't be able to remember all of them, but like I said earlier, good problem to have, though. What the heck is that down there? Turn that water pressure down a little bit. There we go. Just a little part of the bag or something. Shoot. A little bit of cobwebs down there. Never fun to get in your face. Dan with the super sticker. Thank you very much, Dan. Old fitness payer giving a big old thumbs up. Appreciate you for that, Dan. All right, that bucket's pretty much ready. Oh, let's see how heavy this son of a beast is going to be. Ugh. Got a handful of people watching. 9 thumbs up as well. Appreciate that, folks. As we do another late night stream. Probably the last one I'm going to do in terms of working on the sand. Or if we get through the bags of sand or not, or even if I have to buy more, which I might. We'll see how deep this is tonight once we get all the bags done. But there we go. That part's strained out. Ouch! Got some dragon stem down here that's scratching on my knee, and let me tell you, that don't feel great. There we go. Strain a little bit more of that out of there. Woo! We're losing sand. You don't want to lose sand. Put a little bit of that back. There we go. All right. Vinoski, how's it going? The eyeball, smiley face, and the peace sign. Back at you. I appreciate you stopping by here. Just about to put another bucket here into the 510 here. We got 400 pounds worth of sand in this thing already. So yeah, we're getting there. We got 200 pounds yet to go in here. We'll have a little less than that once we get this batch in here. Here we go. Here comes the bucket. Yes. Ooh, I didn't quite get that. There we go. Whew, didn't have a very good grip that first time. little bit more in there. There we go. Noticing a little bit more is on that side. Actually, I think that's because I did like the first or so couple of deals there. We got some more big rocks in there. I got some rocky batches this time. I'm going to fish those out here real quick before we continue onward. Actually, that might just be a piece of wood right there. That's definitely a rock, though, there. I'm going to be very picky about this because I want this to be as fine of a grain of a sand for the puffer as possible. Honestly, pool filter sand might just be what I do from now on because I tell you what, as fine of a grain as this is a perfect sand for puffers. Especially those that like the burrow. So if you get like a dragon puffer or an arrowhead puffer or a Congo puffer, this stuff is amazing for those guys. There we go. A little more concrete chunks. Absolutely. Get that crud out of there. That's some... No, those are wood pieces. That ain't rock. Wood's fine. Wood will keep breaking down. I guess so will rocks, but a lot shorter. Yeah. Crypt Keeper, haven't seen you yet. How's it going? Oh, Crypt, we've gone late a couple times here, but well, you see it already. We're working on that back there. Getting some sand, and I left my bucket back there. Be right back. Ow. It's a good thing that wasn't on camera. That would have been embarrassing. Coro, how's it going? Good to see you here. Atkins, how's it going, Ian? Good to see you. A whole bunch of awesome folks here dropping by, seeing us continue to work on this deal here. Appreciate all y'all. All right, we're going to finish up this bag, and then perhaps we'll do some fish feedings here. Oops, coming out the backside here, too. Fortunately, the bag, not me. Better the bag than me, I guess. Oh, what the heck was that? Oh, one of my little sponge filters. It's like one of my to-go sponge filters. If I go like on a... Yeah, if I go on like a little road trip or something, yeah. These little 10-gallon grade sponge filters are amazing. They're great for nano tanks as well, but at the same time, though, it's... Well, what I like to also do with these is I'll get like one of those battery-operated pumps and such, stick some airline on it, and like, for example, when I'm coming back from Aquashell and such, take your battery-operated pump, stick some airline hose through like one of these lids for like one of these buckets here, and not only are you giving your fish air while you transport them home, put it on one of this, you're not only giving them air, but you're filtering the water as well. 2-for-1 deal. That, or at least that's why I usually hang on to these. It's a nice little trick. Simple too. And the cool thing about sponge filters too is, I mean, yeah, they're super, super cheap. Especially those small ones. The small ones are, I think I got each of those for like $6, if that. Super, super inexpensive. Only Oscars, how's it going? Good to see you. Jeff Kane saying hello, everyone. Hello to you, Jeff. Good to see you. Nathan, how's it going? Welcome back. Was on Stephen P. Aquatics live, and it was mentioned about the ad before stream, and go fig, I come over here and boom, an ad. Yeah, gotta love YouTube. I mean, that's why I get YouTube Premium personally. I get it so I don't have to watch as much ads. I know some people with monetization, it's like, oh, you're one of those people. Guilty as charged. I don't know. I mean, it's like, you know what? I click on the video to see the video. I mean, I understand that, yeah, ads support the people. So, you know, I did it for a while. But after a while, it's just like, especially like, I like to listen to people sometimes just talk. Like, I listen to podcasts that get published here on YouTube, too. I think that's kind of what played the biggest part of it, too. And that's why I just said, nah, I'll do YouTube Premium. I'll do it. I'm loving how quick this pool filter sand, though, is just cleaning up, though, guys. It is cleaning up super quick. Let's see. It is about 1:45 here in Iowa. That means Punchy and all them must just finished up their stream. I know she and them are streaming for a while here yet tonight. I didn't want to step on their toes too much, but I felt like if I waited until their stream got done at 11:30, I might have got too tired to want to start. That is true, Coral. Yeah, they do still go towards watch hours and everything. That is true. Sandy, how's it going? Don't think I said hi to you yet. Welcome aboard. Can't believe we got 15 people staying up late here. Well, I know some of y'all are overseas here, which I know. Well, some of y'all aren't here in the States, but I guess if you're in Pacific or Mountain Time, especially if you're Pacific Time, it's actually not too terrible. I think it's only like about 10 to 10 over there, which I don't know. By my standard, that's not too late. But it's getting there, but. Coral, yeah, 9:58 Pacific Time. Still at work. Ooh, Coral. I feel for you. I feel for you. And I say I feel for you because traditionally I work on nights too, but we had quite the winter storm here with a lot of sleet and snow. So, yeah, here in Iowa, there wasn't a whole lot going on here tonight. So I figured, you know what the heck? We'll do another stream. I'm just dropping the sandbags wherever now. There's so many of them down here. Ooh, goodness gracious. That gonna have to change the pad or something, man. It's not doing the job anymore. Not easy on the knees. Get a little more of that water out of there. Oop, lost a little bit of sand. See if I can get a little bit of that back. I like pool filter sand, but it is still a little bit, it's like still a little over twice the amount of money as the like play sand and all that. Play sand in my area is about $4.50. This pool filter sand was just a little over 10. Still beats the heck out of a sand at like a national chain pet store though. I'll do this still every single time before I do that. There we go. We'll dump this batch on this side here again. All right. Whoopsies. I got you. Get on out of there. Come on. There we go. We just keep getting closer and closer, guys. All right. Whew. Oh, let's see. Trying to think here now. Yeah, we got 150 pounds left here. So, guys, we have 450 pounds of sand in here now with 150 pounds to go. It's a lot of sand. Actually, I should double check that. Do we got any rocks over there? Doesn't look like so. Looks like we are rock free. Rock on. There we go. Joe, I don't know if you're in the chat. Well, actually, that's right. Joe, I had to leave. But I know wanted to see Finley. So here she is, the queen of the fish room herself, Miss Finley, my big, beautiful Fahaka puffer. She's very curious about what we've been doing over here over the last few days. Now, if you're going to face over there, there we go. Yep. And this is her, too. She loves the camera. She loves showing off those stripes. Big, beautiful girl. How you doing, Finley? She's like, you keep changing the camera angle. I want you to get my stripes. Show the people my stripes. And then while you're at it, bring me some food. All righty. Okay. We'll feed a couple of our tanks here and give our water heater a chance to recuperate. We're gonna tell you what. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down so you can see the Exodon Tetra tank here, and I'm gonna get a little meaty treat for them. Believe me, don't miss this. Exodons, they're a fun fish to watch eat. Before I go here, Craig, yes, that 510 is an 8-foot long tank. It's 8 feet long, 3 feet front to back. Well, actually 3 foot 3 inches to be precise. And then it's 30 inches tall is the approximate dimensions. I haven't measured it in a while, but I believe it's somewhere around that. Be right back, guys. Gonna get some food for those hexagons. Like I say, you won't want to miss that. These guys are fun to just sit back and watch eat. Ooh, here we go. Brine shrimp. They should love that. All right, thaw this out a little bit. See while I melt this down a little bit. George RB3, how's it going? Don't think I've said hi to you yet. Welcome aboard. Sketty, one of my favorite fellow Iowans. How's it going, Sketty? Good to see you. All sorts of awesome folks. Here, I think I might need to double check through the chat here and make sure I'm not forgetting anybody. Never thought I'd do that on a stream this late. Appreciate all y'all coming in here, though. I'm not exactly sure how long or late we're going. Whoops. Well, if I bump my computer like that too many times, my computer might decide to turn off by itself. So let's not do that. Yeah, it looks like I got everything there. Sketty, yes. Well, the weather definitely hasn't been favorable, that's for sure. We've gotten a good deal of snow. A lot of it turned into like not a freezing rain mixture, but it just created a lot of slush on the roads, which is still very less than ideal to drive in. But I'm thinking overnight, though, that's when it's really going to, make its mark, because all that slushy stuff is going to freeze on the road and create a very nasty ice. I'm very thankful that if I do have to go anywhere, it's probably not going to be until the mid or later afternoon. Hopefully by then everything is taken care of and melted. We'll see. Either way, it's a mess. All right, guys, I'm gonna step back here, and yep, you can already see the Exodon starting to swim up toward the front. Then you know what time it is. All right, guys, have at it. Bring you just a little closer. Look at those guys go. I told you, guys. I told you. They are fun to watch. Have at it. With like bloodworms and brine shrimp, they are fun to watch. They just mowed that down. Yeah, that's about what we got here, Sketty. I think we got about an inch or so of snow here, and then it kind of turned into like a rain slushy mixture, and whatever you want to call it, it's not pleasant to drive on, that's for sure. All right, let's go ahead and feed our big boy over here. And by big boy, I mean our 240 over here. I wish I could zoom in here on my laptop. I'm going to kill this light here real quick. Get you out of the way. And oh yeah, it was a little bit of a laundry day today too. There we go. Get that out of the shot. You don't need to see my laundry. Keep on the stream, and little did I know, people were looking at my laundry. All right. Some bug bite pellets for these guys. They love this little stuff. It's almost just what we flake. It's a very fine pellet, but there we go. They're just absolutely going all over it. Yep. All sorts of rainbows in here. A few different species of gouramis. We got roseline sharks in here, silver dollars, a koi angel, a couple of bristle or bushy-nosed plecos, black ghost knife, of course. I guess more specifically, one of the few of the rainbow species. We got millenniums in here. We got turquoise rainbows, Kamaka rainbows, zigzag rainbows, Australian rainbows, Madagascar rainbows. We got some of those Mahi's rainbows, Port Moresby rainbows. I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting some. Oh yeah, we got a zigzag rainbow in here. Actually, we got two zigzag rainbows in here. We got a Deepwater Creek rainbows in here now. We got a lot of rainbows in here. Oh yeah, we got a little dojo loach down there too, that likes to hang out and keep the bottom clean. One dojo loach and two clown loaches. Because unfortunately, when we moved all the fish over from the 75, or the 75 that now the green spotted puffers call home, to the 240 here, unfortunately, one of the clown loaches did not make the move. So, but yeah, the dojo loach for a while was living with goldfish, and I think he kind of got tired of the cold water. He just showed signs that he was kind of stressed out. But ever since we've put him in warm water now, he's been active and moving all around again. So I think he's really liking the warmer water now. Boy, they really motivated to that. Give them just a little bit more. Believe me, it takes quite a bit to feed all these guys. They're a ravenous bunch. There we go. That should take care of them tonight. Now let's see before we get moving here. Scuba Stevo, what's going on? Good to see you. Legacy Aquascaping, what's good, Melvin? Good to see you, man. All sorts of awesome folks here checking with us here late night here as we take this stream on. I know some people that might be just joining now, like, I thought this title said he was working on the 510. We are. We're giving a moment for our water heater to heat up some water for us again here, because that water was getting pretty dang cold. So, yeah, in about, probably about 5-ish or so minutes, we'll get at it again here. Maybe not quite that. Either way, we'll get at it here again and start dumping some more sand into that tank here. We only got 3 bags left right now, guys. So, I'm thinking if it keeps cleaning up at the rate it is, we should be able to get right through it here tonight. Hey, Stephen P. How's it going, man? One of the legendary members of the fish fam there himself. Welcome aboard, Stephen. We're letting the water heater heat some water up right now. We've gone through 3 more bags of sand here, about 150 pounds total. We got 450 pounds total of sand in the tank there right now. Well, actually, Stephen, I don't know if you've actually seen this thing just yet. You probably have, but there we go, guys. Back at it again here. There she is. Oh, we got a little bit of the arrowhead puffer tank in the way. There we go. That is the 510. And yes, some of you might recognize that piece of wood. And Steve-O, I can't remember if it was you or somebody else that asked, but yes, that is indeed a wood piece that I got from Aquashella, Chicago. That is indeed the big piece that I got from there on day 1 of Aquashella. I went back and got a Ghostwood piece on day 2. But that is the one I got from day 1. The Ghostwood piece I actually gave to my father. He's working on an angelfish tank, and I in a 75-gallon tank, and he got that tank. I kind of looked at the piece of the wood, and I'm like, you know what? This would look pretty good in your tank. I think this is going to look better in your tank versus my 510 here. So it's like, here you go, Dad. Take it. He also only lives a half hour away, so if he gets tired of it, he can just send it right back. All right. What say we come over here and feed our angelfish tank, huh? Once I get some of these buckets out of the way. Ouch. Sharp rock on the floor. That hurt. There we go. Ta-da! The 125-gallon angelfish tank, ladies and gentlemen. Along with a small group of longfin black skirt tetras and Congo tetras. And another black ghost knife somewhere. Actually, I see his little head poking out right there. He's in this little tree rut. Don't ask me how he gets in and out of there, but he does somehow. I'm making a mess. Yes, I'm making a mess. And it's gonna put these fish in some distress. Okay. Don't know why I just did that into my Schoolhouse Rock, but alas, we did. All right, angelfish. Here you go, guys. Oh, angelfish and tetras. We also got some yo-yo loaches in here. I got a big old king tiger pleco in there as well. We'll see if he comes out. I got all sorts of caves in there too, so he's got all sorts of places to hide, which is how he likes it. There we go. Whew. I might have gave him just a wee much, actually. Trust me, though. They'll get it all. It's also why I put bottom dwellers in this tank. It's why we got some yo-yo loaches. It's why we got a couple of Petricola cats in here as well. Yep. Also got a couple of Bolivian rams in here. Or wait, no. Actually, I think that's what they are. Yeah, Bolivian rams. The store owner wasn't sure what kind of rams they were. All I know is they are some sort of ram cichlid. They all like to live kind of towards the bottom, so whatever the angels and the tetras don't get, they will get themselves. Checking through the chat. Checking through the chat. Yes. Discus Talk. How's it going? Welcome aboard. I'm actually going to go ahead and check through the chat here. Make sure I'm not forgetting anybody. Scuba Stevo, I see you there. I guess I can understand why YouTube was debating on, was asking if I wanted to do that. I ain't got no problem, but yeah, I recognize that wood. I'd know that wood from anywhere. All right, there we go. Yep, slowly but surely, they're getting it. The yo-yo loaches are frolicking all about, as are the Petricola cats. I got a pair of each in there. Yep, they'll take care of all of that. All right. I'll get another bag of sand here ready here soon, and I'll be right back with you guys. Actually, you know what? While I do that, actually, instead of just looking at the blank old doorway there we go. Until then, enjoy the 240. While I'm at it, I might feed some of these other fish here quick to the pellets. That way, the next time we'll just cap it off the carnivores. There we go. There we go. Oh! I promise that was not my head that hit the ceiling. That was actually a bucket. Thankfully. Boy, if my head made that kind of sound against the beam, that would have hurt. No, thank you. All right. There we go. Oh, I got a super chat up here that I missed earlier. Danikin, missed you earlier. Kenny E and Danny, of course. Appreciate you dropping by here with the $5 super chat as well. Saying hello. Cheesehead Green. LOL. The laughing face and the tongue out there. Appreciate you guys. Danikin dropping by here. All right. Well, before we get too busy, let's see. Where are we at in terms of temperature for the water here? Because the whole reason we took a break was to see where our temperature was at. Or to get a chance for the temperature to come back, actually. Oh, my chat. There we go. To the bottom, please. Why is it not going down? There we go. There we go. Oh, yeah, she's warming up now. Here we go. Oh, yeah, that's much better. Here we go. Here we go. We're back in business, y'all. Okay, I just had that bucket. Where did I put that bucket? Excuse me. Where is my bucket? Where is my bucket? Aha! I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it? Nothing. All right. Yes, I love me some Pirates of the Caribbean. Awesome movie. Oop, and I put the sand right on my charger cord. No! Craig, I had to sort up that weed. I feel like I missed something here. Okay. 3 more bags, y'all. Let's get it. Scotty Aquati saying hello to me as well as everyone else. Welcome aboard, Scotty. Good to see you, man. All right. 150 pounds, 3 bags of sand, y'all. Let's rock this joint. I may or may not get some more sand after this. We'll see. The only problem is, I'm using pool filter sand, and, well, it's the middle of January. It's not exactly swimming pool season here in Iowa, so it's kind of hard to find pool filter sand. Scotty, on break at work. Okay. Yikes, that's heavy. There we go. Sweet, we'll call that good for now. Bucket's a little over halfway full. Okay, I gotta get something else for my knees. Excuse me. This thing ain't working no more. Here we go. All right. Oh, that's much better. Miles better. All right, let's rock. Hopefully this sand will keep washing out as quick as all our other bags did. So Danikin, actually, I presume it's Kenny. Perhaps Kenny and Danny are both watching, which in that case, welcome both of y'all. Oh, but Kenny, who are you hoping that gets the playoffs now that the Vikings are out of the dance? While we're waiting for that response, Mark Franklin says hello. How's it going, Mark? Welcome aboard, man. Good to see you here. As we keep working on this 510. Craig, yeah. The sand we got said was triple wash. I call BS. I know. They say that they, like even the play sand, they say they screen and wash it. It's like, yeah, right. As dirty as that play sand is, well, I guess I get the Quickcrete sand for play sand. And yeah, that stuff is still very dirty. It cleans out still pretty well, but yikes, it's still dirty. Uh-oh, my hose is tangled. I'm going to shut this off a bit and try to get ourselves straightened out here. There we go. That's better. Much better. Danny Kim would like to see Burrow get a ring. I'm down for that. I wouldn't mind seeing someone else win it that hasn't yet. I think we'll have a 49er Bengal rematch. I'm down. I mean, again, I kind of got mixed feelings on the 49ers, given what they've all done to my Packers. But, you know, Brock Purdy, he's a former Cyclone, and I mean, as you can see from my shirt, Iowa State fan. So, I wish Purdy well. I guess if he's not playing my Packers, I guess I can wish him well. Yeah, Craig, that's about right. They say screen and washed. Yeah, more like scooped into the bag and then just sold as is. That's about right. I personally wouldn't mind seeing the Bills, though, Kenny. I mean, given all the Super Bowls that they've been there, they've been close so many times. That and I really do like watching Josh Allen play. And I think the only thing there, though, is all offseason, all we're going to hear about the Bills is, you know, how they overcame, you know, the whole Damar Hamlin thing, which is tragic. Don't get me wrong. That was a horrible thing. But I just feel like if the Bills win the Super Bowl, then we're going to have to relive that almost through the whole offseason. It's like, And don't catch me the wrong way. It's kind of like, I don't want to relive that. Like, that was scary. I don't want to think about that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm very happy that DeMar is doing a lot better. Heck, the dude's out of the hospital, walking and everything, so God bless that. But, yeah, I hope people don't misunderstand me. It's like, yeah, I don't want to think about that again because that was scary. And I hope to God that never happens again. That's just me anyway. Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't want to think about it because I don't want to have to think about it again because I hope it never happens again. That stuff is scary. Whether if you're playing football or doing whatever, that stuff's scary. Yeah, Purdy does not play like Mr. Irrelevant. I would say he's relevant now. Yeah, most definitely. That's probably going to end up being like his nickname or something in the NFL is Mr. Relevant or something, which honestly, I'm all aboard. It's amazing. All right. That batch is washed out pretty good. Honestly, might have did a little overkill on that one. If there is such a thing. I don't think there is, honestly. There we go. Drain some of this water out. Getting more and more of that water out without hopefully taking out any of our sand because we want all the sand. Window liquor number 5. What a name. But I missed the shotgun offense. That was fun to watch. Yeah, I mean, shotgun, spread out the receivers. I mean, that's what I always would have. I mean, I guess I'll never be a coach, but that'd always be my philosophy. Spread the field, get speedy guys, get a big, strong lineman to protect the quarterback, give your running back some holes to run through, and absolutely. I wouldn't run everything in a shotgun because, I mean, if you're a yard or two away, I'm sorry. Put that son of a gun under center and just power it forward. Power football. It's a lost art nowadays, I say. All these so-called offensive minds overcomplicate it. It's like you only need a yard. Don't screw around with it. Just put the quarterback under center or your best running back behind the quarterback who's under center and just power that son of a gun in the end zone. Because if your O-linemen get paid millions of dollars and they can't power the football forward a yard or whatever around a yard, they probably shouldn't be making millions of dollars. That's my idea anyway. But enough sports. I know that's not a lot of people's forte, so I'll shut up about that. Here we go. Sand away. Get a little bit of residue hanging out in the bucket out. Boy, that clears up fast. I have no complaints. Oh, we got another little rock. Let's get that out of there. Dang it. I think in all those, with the first 4 or 5 bags we did on the stream earlier, we maybe had 1 rock. This is like, what? Good Lord, this is like getting a few of them in this batch. And it's the same Menards and the same exact brand of sand. So I'm not sure what's going on here. Same brand of sand bought from the same exact location. Maybe I just got lucky. I don't know. Either way, those rocks. I don't want them. No rocks. There will be no pointy rocks in my fish tank. None of the pointiness. All right. Mosey back over here. Once again, I forgot my bucket. back. All right. More sand. Away! Still 17 people watching. 21 thumbs up, too. Appreciate all y'all. You know, Kenny, it's funny you say that. On, I think it was a couple days ago, Matt was here, Liquid Zoo. He was trying to first talk me into saying, like I should take a dive in it, but I don't know. It's that water's cold, man. That is some cold water yet. That water has yet to touch a heater. Still really don't know what I'm going to do with the whole heater situation yet. I'm thinking of just buying like 3 500s rather. Or I might just do 2 800s. Either way, I'm going to do like something with the heater because my worry is I don't want to get anything with too much wattage because if one of them breaks, and I was actually on Dan's Fish's stream today and I kind of asked his opinion about it and he gave me something that he kind of went into some of my worries, but he also put it in a perspective that I didn't think of before. Heaters can either break when they're turned on or off. And the problem is if the heater breaks while it's turned on, it's just going to continue to heat and heat and heat. And the higher the wattage of the heater, the faster it's going to heat that tank. Thus, the less time I'm going to be able to figure out that something's wrong versus, if you get one that's a little bit, less wattage, it's going to heat that tank slower, sure. But if it breaks, then exactly that. It's going to heat the tank slower, hence more time to figure out, okay, something's off here. The water, like maybe we keep the water between 78 to 80 degrees or so. And then we find out, oh, this bumped all the way. We're at 83, 84 right now. What's going on? And then we find out, oh, one of these heaters aren't shutting off. I don't know. Something that I've kind of put up, but window liquor, funny enough, I actually have a local fish store here in town that was actually recommending those. An Inkbird, that is. And I was telling him I'd probably get one of those smaller wattages. Ooh, there goes some Dragonstone. Yeah, there you go, guys. Big old piece of Dragonstone. Probably my favorite kind of rock, honestly. Must have got a little vinegar on it earlier. That's okay, though. Vinegar is organic. That won't harm any fish. Vinegar is actually what I use to wipe down all my tanks. Well, used tanks and all that. I do that with new aquariums, too. But hot water and vinegar. As hot of water as your body can withstand, and then vinegar. Danikin, see, yeah, 4 300 watts should do it. I don't know if I want to do 4, though, because I'm also looking at this, too. It's like, well, the more heaters we do, then you're talking about a bigger power strip, because, in terms of plugins, I got 2 plugs for the lights. I got a plug for the pump, and then, I got a plug in for however many heaters. So, if you do 3, then boom, you're up to 6 just like that. And then at the same time, we also got to do the air pump. The problem is the plug just, it goes up fast, unfortunately. And, well, I don't want to suck up too much power, though, either at the same time, but I don't know. Fish Tank Frank, how's it going, Frank? Welcome aboard. Saying hello and sup, everyone. Sup with you, Frank. Good to see you. Crypt Keeper, do you slowly bring temperature up when cleaning with hot water? Imagine the silicone could expand contract with sudden temp changes. That is very true, actually, Crip. Well, I don't dump the water in the tank per se, but like me, like when I'm cleaning it down, I'm talking about like getting like a bucket like this to the side and putting the hot water and vinegar in a bucket and then wiping it down with like a cloth or a sponge or something. And I don't actually put the water in the tank. But that's a very good point, Crip, because yes, that is true. People forget about that sometimes. The silicone can expand and shrivel a little bit. It may not be noticeable, but that is true. It's also why I try to put not too cold or not too hot of water in these tanks when I fill them up. Fortunately, my fish room temperature down here usually sticks around about 72 degrees, so it never gets overly cold down here, or hot for that matter. Fish Tank Frank saying peace out, knockout time. Hey, appreciate you coming in here, Frank. Have a good night, man. And those of y'all, if you want, obviously I will be putting the replay out for this too, so if you'll want to see it later, you definitely can. However, in the meantime, according to my statistics here, we got 23 thumbs up. Greatly appreciate that. 19 people watching. As we currently are about an hour and a half into this stream. And guys, we are down to our final 2 bags after we empty this bucket. Yeah, only Oscars. Yeah, 72, that's the main thing. I mean, I don't know. The problem is, since we're in the basement here, I mean, in the summertime, yeah, my heaters are almost never on. Because, I mean, it gets warm and the humidity really rises that temperature up. Like sometimes we're almost 80 degrees sometimes. Well, actually, no, that's an exaggeration. We don't get quite that hot. But we still hit about the higher 70s in here. We can still easily get about 77 or 78 down here in the summer after a few really hot days drop by. I also got a dehumidifier down here to somewhat keep it in check, though. But, I mean, yeah, in the summer, it can get warm down here. But right now when it's, winter and, given all the winters that Iowa or Midwest winters can offer, yeah, it can really, it can really fluctuate down here. But fortunately in the summer, yeah, they don't go up a whole lot. But in the wintertime, they're almost working constantly, which I guess if they're working just 3 or 4 months out of the 12-month year, I guess that's not an overly bad deal. All right. Back to the tank we go. Little low there. Bringing the sand back over here. Ouch. That dragging stone must have broke off when it fell out of the bucket because it's poking my foot. Sand string. There we go. All right. Bringing over some more sand. We have all the sand. We're gonna get some more sand. This is a song about sand. All right. And then we go. You're crazy and tired when you're singing songs about sand. Oh, goodness. Oop, we got a little bit in there yet. There we go. This is our biggest opening. Get the rest of that out of there. There we go. What in the heck? I hear water dripping. What's going on? Oh, I just made a mess on the top. Ooh, Yikes. Big mess on the top. Yeah, only Oscars, that's what we're putting in here. That's what you see. This is all pool filter sand. Daggone it. Do I see another rock? Are you kidding me? No, that's a wood piece, actually. No, I'm still going to get it out there. Still going to get it out of there. Scoop it up. There we go. We got it. Whoops, I bumped the screen. Sorry about that, guys. There you go. Minus all the mess that I made on the floor. Still totally all dry under there. Glorious. Nothing but a glorious, dry, dirty floor. That is one thing, though. I guess if the tank ever broke, good Lord, that'd be one heck of a power wash. All right. It's the final 2 bags, fish folk. Heaters just used too many pumps. Well, I tell you what, we got a pretty good-sized pump, actually. Actually got it right on top of the tank here. You might have saw glimpses of it earlier. But now, guys, yeah, we got a pretty good pump for this tank. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little spigots on here. Thinking I'm probably going to at least use 4 of them. But yeah, this is graded to do over 1,200 gallons per hour, so should serve the tank pretty well. All right. Whew. Okay, 2 more bags. We can do this. We can do this, and we shall. Yeah, it's not the quietest, only Oscars, that is for sure. It's definitely not the quietest pump. I don't know. I personally don't think it's too loud. It's also in my basement, so it's not like I got to sleep right by it or anywhere near it for that matter. But, yeah, compared to a lot of the other pumps down here, it is going to be a little noisier. But I knew that when I bought it because, I mean, whenever I get stuff like this or if I'm getting something new for like a bigger tank or whatever, or a product that I haven't used before, I always kind of read up on some people's reviews. Sometimes even if people have like video reviews and such about it, I'll watch it. So that was definitely a common comment that I heard about those, is that they are definitely not, in terms of aquarium pumps, they're definitely not the quietest option. But yeah, they say in terms of aerating the tank, though, they're great. Which I guess like, well, yeah, I'm not going to sleep by it, so I guess the noise doesn't bother me too much as long as it doesn't sound like a jet engine down here, you know? Yeah, yes, that is one thing. I've learned that if it's touching anything, though, then it's really loud. And yeah, that I totally hear you. Okay. Second to last bag. Away! Okay. Sun-kissed break. Sun-kissed on a sandy beach. Son of a beach. All right. Here we go. All right. Second to last bag. Here we go. We're on the final 100 pounds of sand. This is about half the bag. Actually, a little bit over. I'd say we probably got about 30, 35 pounds of sand in this one here again. No, 30. That's more closer to the half line. Yes, I've heard that too, Craig. They can get really hot too. So not going to have anything thin like sheets or paper by it. Not that I would ever think it would, start anything, but can't be too careful about that. Checking through the chat here quick. Window Liquor earlier was saying I use the Inkbird on all my tanks. I only have 5, but I never had a problem after tanks getting Inkbird. Kind of pricey at 40 a pop, yeah. But no malfunctions with the heaters. I mean, that's my biggest thing. No matter what, I'm going to get at least 2 heaters. I'm either going to get 2 or 3. I've already decided that. So I'm all right if something's a little bit lower wattage for the heater on the tank. Because, well, long story short, I don't want just one heater doing all the work. Because if one of them does break, I want a backup. But at least one backup. 2 would be better, but for sure I at least want 2. I can tell you right now, yeah, I'm definitely not only going to do 1 heater in this tank. That would just, I don't know. That just, at least in my mind, that just is screaming bad idea. Bad idea. Do at least 2. Like I say, might even do 3. I haven't fully decided. Guess it just kind of depends. I'll probably start with 2, and if I like how it's heating the tank, we'll probably just stick with it. And if not, then if it's not quite getting it to the temperature that I want, then maybe we'll pick up a 3rd. I don't know. That's just kind of how I work with tanks. I always say, let's start with less maybe at first. Well, there are exceptions across that board too, but sometimes all right, let's start with less, and then we can always work our way up, especially when we're setting up a tank. Because if there's no fish in there, then yeah, if it's not warm enough, then yeah, you can just boost up or go up to the next level or whatever that would entail. Only Oscars, yeah. Depending on what kind of play sand you get, it can take a long time to clean. I get Quickcrete brands of play sand myself. Those aren't too bad. You definitely got to do some work on them. Don't get me wrong, but as far as play sand goes, in my opinion, Quickcrete's play sand, it's not too bad. As far as play sand goes, anyway. This water's getting really cold again. I might give her one last 5-minute break here too before we open the final bag, but we'll go ahead and kill off the second to last bag here. So we'll go ahead and feed some of the puffers here though too while we give it that 5 minutes here shortly. But in the meantime, we got this batch of sand to dump in there. And then before we do give it that break, we're going to go ahead and finish off this second to last bag here. And once we get to the last bag, hopefully we'll have a little bit of hot water to play with. Bringing out the sand. Whoa. All right, here we come. All right, get on up there. Come on. There we go. Scoot you over. I'm going to put a little bit of this sand here in the middle. I say let's get that actually below the light. I don't want to splatter water up onto the lights. Oh, we're cut on the wood. Let go. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. I don't know, guys. Actually, this might be good. Once we get all these bags empty. I was sitting here thinking I was probably going to get more after this, but I don't know, guys. In terms of deepness and the level of the sand, I'm actually kind of happy where this is starting to lead. If I get any more, it's not going to be too much more. I guess we'll see how the sand distributed throughout the days that we did this. That's the next thing. We want to make sure that we have a semi-consistent depth of the sand. All right. She keeps looking more and more like a tank, isn't it? Yeah, I got to tell you, only Oscars, I'm really pleased with this pool filter sand. It's clearing up super quick. It also helps that I have like a whole garden hose connected up to a hose deal back there, which is giving me a pretty good deal of water pressure. So I'm sure that helps as well. But yeah, it's overall, I'm very pleased with this pool filter sand. Would definitely recommend it. What's the brand on this stuff? Here we go. This is the pool filter sand that I'm using right here. So if you guys want, take a screenshot. There you go. Danny Kenny Clocks, have to head out. Great night. Have a great night, all. Thanks, Austin. Absolutely. Kenny E. and Danny, if you're both watching, whoever. Thanks for coming aboard here. I'd give you a Viking farewell at the horn, but I don't know where it is. Whew, it is 1:45 in the morning here. That's okay, though, because after this, we only got one more bag. So, yep, we're going to go ahead and kill it tonight. Window liquor, this is approximate dimensions. It is 8 foot 1 inch long. It is 3 foot 3 inches front to back or width. And the height of the tank is about 30 inches. So if my math is correct, I think when we looked it up, yeah, it was about 510 gallons. But that's the approximate dimensions. I have to, for exact dimensions, like eighths or 16ths and all that jazz. I'd have to get out a tape measure, which I have no idea where, which is weird. I got like 3 of them, and I never can keep track of where I put the dang things. You think if I have 3 of them, I'd be able to keep track of some of them, but why are we always yelling? I don't know, but welcome aboard, man. But yeah, right now we're working on the last bag and a half to fill up with our 510-gallon plywood tank over there. Window, it took 4 people to brute strength the tank down here, and I mean, oh God. Oh God, that was so I mean, okay, hold on. Real quick, I mean, the story about how to get this tank down here. So, little fun fact. This had to go downstairs. I mean, yeah, had to go down these stairs to get down here. And the thing is, up there, there's not a platform to really turn that tank around. As I told you, that tank is about 1 inch, and I think the exact measurement, don't quote me again, I'd have to tape measure it again to be absolute sure, but I think the precise length of it, I think, was like 8 foot 1 inch, and I want to say 1/8 long. And my porch up there is 8 foot 2 inches and 5/8. So yeah, we didn't have a whole lot of wiggle room to brute strength this SOB down here. I honestly didn't know if it was going to fit down here. So what we basically had to do is that ledge right there. Actually, you know what? I'll bring you up here real quick, because you guys got to understand the craziness that it took to get it down here. So here in the stairway, as you can see, this goes basically right up to a wall here. So when you're on this final step, you basically got to turn back on here. So what we did is we had to brute strength the tank through this door here, scoot it on over to the ledge of the stairs here, and once we got it onto the ledge of the stairs, we basically had to put the tank up vertically. I have horrible lighting here. Let me get downstairs. We basically had to brute strength that tank vertically, and then we brute strength it from up there all the way to down here. And let me tell you guys, that was very stressful. It was a pain in the backside. But, I mean, looking at this here, it does look pretty cool, but I gotta tell you, that is the most fun I never want to have again. Definitely the most, yeah. That was the most stressful tank maneuvering I've ever had. It was nuts. Oh yeah, Jerome, I've already said that when me and my wife, well, our goal is someday to build a new house up here on the property, because our house here is on 2.5 acres of land. But we're sitting here saying, oh yeah, whenever we come to build our new house, all these other tanks may make it up the stairs there, but that plywood tank, oh yeah, I can tell you right now, that's that thing will not. All the other tanks may be carried up the stairs. That will not. Anyway, back to this. But yeah, that's kind of a... But yeah, it was crazy. And honestly, thank God for the guy that owned the tank. His name is Jesse. And I mean, if it weren't for him, honestly, we wouldn't have got this tank down here. The dude, I believe he said he worked in construction a little bit, something like that. He had like these straps, and what we basically used is they were so long, we were able to like wrap them around us like a harness, and we wrapped it under the tank as well. I mean, yeah, these were super long. And we just used our whole bodies to basically carry this thing. I'll say it once again, it's the most fun I never want to have again. It's awesome to have this down here. It needed to be done since I got the Maboo puffer. I knew what I was getting into, but alas. But But oh yeah, Jerome, if this thing ever gets out of here, it ain't gonna be me carrying it up there. Nope. The heck with that, man. I'm with you. Rip the rest of the house up, get the floor up, and yeah, we're sending a crane to lift that big son of a gun. I lifted it once. I will not lift it twice. All right, that looking pretty good. Son of a gun, that water got cold again. Oh boy. Drain that out a little bit. And while that drains out, move you guys over here once more. And then after this, guys, we got one more bag left. All right. Let's try to get this back in the center again, because that center looks like it's kind of down. So let's try to, push that in the center. Not that I fully care where it goes all right now, because probably gonna have to shift it around a little bit later. Anyway. We get it all out of there. Yep, that bucket looks pretty clear. Let's see, checking through. I'm not seeing any big rocks in there. So that batch looks like it was all right. Just like that, guys, we are finally down to our final bag. But I say that water's getting pretty cold again. We're not going to take as long as last time because, we only got one bag, so we don't need it to be too warm. But what say we go ahead and feed the queen here, huh? I wish I had I don't know. I know some people aren't into live feedings, and unfortunately I don't have anything to live feed her right now. But we'll see if she's hungry. I'm sure she is. Once we come forward with food, I'm sure she'll be more than eager. You'll probably know when I start breaking up her food because she'll see it and she'll start doing her little food dance. Told ya. She's ready. No, Roger. Hey, Roger. You good? All right. Ooh. Come on, break. There we go. All right. I told you when I got it out, she was going to start doing her happy dance. I told you guys. I keep putting stuff in my way left and right, though. This has got to stop, Austin. All right. Making sure I don't forget anything here. Tonight's menu, krill steak. She had some snails earlier. I tend to give her snails every time when she wakes up so she can hunt them off for the day. And I don't see any snails in there, so she probably got them all already. All right, girl. Here you go. Is big, beautiful, and magnificent, isn't she? Oh, you got another piece. There you go. She don't need much, though. Yeah, I mean, there's the whole 150. Look how big she even looks in this thing. This is a 4-foot wide tank, 2 feet front to back. I mean, yeah. She's a little bit diagonal right now, but yeah. She looks pretty big even in that tank, which I think says something. All right. How about we go revisit the Maboo over here? I'm sure he's anxiously awaiting his food. He's hanging out under here, under his wood. Come on, Mac. Mac, come on, buddy. There we go. Come on, buddy. Do you not want it? He keeps looking at it. Come on, buddy. I know you want that. Come on, go get it. Oh, yeah, he wants it. There you go. He's kind of wondering for a minute because usually when I bring it out and show him the food, he usually swims up to the top. So I wasn't sure if he wanted to eat tonight. That's one thing about puffers. They are very intelligent fish. They'll sometimes they'll let you know if they're not hungry if they once you get to know them enough. But I know that sounds kind of weird, but it is true. Some of them will let you know, like, nah, I'm good. That or they'll just want you to feed them something else. It's a little bit of a balance. All right. All right, Roger, your turn. See if I can get you guys down here. We'll feed Roger quick. He's right there in this little log over here. I'm going to kill that light because that's exactly where the light glare is happening. There we go. That's better. Yep, he's right there in that log. You can see his head poking out probably just a little bit. He'll come out, though, once we drop this in. Told you. Oh, no, Roger. You left it behind, buddy. It's over there. What you doing? You left it behind, buddy. Go get it. Well, if you don't go get it, then I got to clean it later. So please go get it. Right there. Right there. Right down there, buddy. Right there. You swam by it. All right, I got a little bit more for you. Okay, he's like, nah, never mind. I'm just going to go in here. Bye. Oh, come on, Roger. Whoa, hello. No thanks. Don't bite my hand. If that's all you're going to get, then, oh, there we go. That's sinking. Might have to clean up his tank a little bit if he's not going to get all that after the stream. Coral, that's actually not a potato puffer. That is a Pau Abai puffer, native to parts of Asia. They somewhat look kind of like a Mekong puffer or something. Well, I guess actually there's a couple of different puffers out there that get nicknamed Mekong puffer. But nope, that's an Abai puffer. A-B-E-I and then puffer. And then, of course, Pau is P-A-O. Yeah, that's what he is. That is, that's not a potato puffer. That is an Abai puffer. They are not overly easy to find. But alas, you can find them if you're lucky enough and have a tank ready, like I did. I was just right place, right time, fortunately. Might have grabbed a little bit too much krill. I'll have to put some back. Here we go, guys. This is another fun puffer to feed. Back over here to our 50 Pentagon, where we got Chief, our arrowhead puffer, showing out in his favorite spot as he awaits his dinner. Oh, there you go. Starting to see him poke his head out. He knows what time it is. He's a smart boy, yeah, he is. He knows every time I open the lid or grab the tongs, he knows exactly what time it is. That's why he's looking up, too. So I won't keep him waiting. Here you go, buddy. There you go. He is a very clever boy. He is. He knows exactly what's going on every time I grab those tongs. All right. Everything guy, how's it going? Just came in. Hey, we got one more bag of sand here yet to go. Everything guy, so we're going to be doing this for a little bit longer. Not too much longer, though. All right. Going to set this down here because I'm noticing that my laptop battery is getting a little low. And that beep is just the sound of my charger going in. All right. Going to feed some of these other puppers here real quick. And then we'll hurry up and get to this final bag here. Bloodworms for the figure eights. Who had snails earlier today. That night goby will also love those bloodworms, because some of it will always sink down to him. Bloodworms for the green spotted as well. Looks like they've already exterminated all the snails and shrimp I had in there with them earlier. Feeder shrimp at that, not just, I don't put any kind of shrimp in there. That'd be kind of cruel, honestly. All right, red-eye puffers. Some brine shrimp and miniature pest snails. There we go. That's on the menu for them. Some more pet snails and bloodworms for the Amazons. There you guys go. Whew. That little guy keeps taking off for all the snails. Save some for your buddy there, dude. All right. Am I forgetting any of the carnivores? I don't think so. Oh, we got a little bit of bloodworms left. Green spotted, here you go. You get a little extra treat here tonight. Okay. Over to ghost knife number 1. This ghostie gets a beef heart dinner. I don't give them beef heart too much, but every once in a while, just to give them a little variation in their diet. Oh, I dropped that piece. Well, the angels get a little bit of a treat. Every once in a while, I'll give my angelfish like brine shrimp and bloodworms too. There you go, big fella. Got some more frozen krill for our tiger knife. Wherever he is, there you are. All right. Smaller piece. Here we go. Knife fish number 3. There we go. He got it. Very good. Yep, we got a little extra krill. And since I'm running a little low on the stuff, I'm going to go ahead and throw some of that back in the freezer. Good. Our pal by puffer Roger, he found the extra bits of the krill, so I won't have to clean that up later. Good deal. Very good deal. There you go, the last bits of krill. Queen of the fish room gets the extras, because that's how the monarchy goes here. All right. Sitting here thinking, making sure I got all the fishies fed. Our 3 knives have been fed. All the puffers have been fed. Our angels have been fed. The goldfish. The rainbows. Oh, there is one tank I haven't got. It's not empty. So, go over here and grab. Have an already open bottle of fish food. All right. Now all the tanks are fed. Okay. How big is the puffer going to get? Everything, guy? Which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the Abai puffer, the puffer that we're putting in this 510-gallon tank? I guess, yeah, that depends on which one you're talking about. I think I know, but let me know. Get out the final bag of sand here. All right. I'm with you, Melvin. I love Dragonstone. It's easily my favorite rock here. I mean, for the brackish aquarium, except if it's a brackish aquarium. If it's a brackish aquarium, then, then Melvin, then I kind of like Texas Holy Rock. But just because it does a little bit of help with that pH level. But freshwater tanks, oh yeah, Dragonstone's my favorite by far. In the 500, well, Mabu puffers can grow anywhere between 2 to 3 feet. Some people say that they can reach up to 3 feet. Most say that they stop just shy of that. But they can still easily reach 2.5 feet. So yeah, the Mabu puffer can, they get big, very big. They don't get alligator gar big or arapaima big, but still, I mean, when you think about it, a 2-3 foot fish, it's that's still quite the creature. All right. Guys, the final bag of sand. Here we go. Yeah, a little bit of a leak. We don't want to leak. There we go. All right. We should have just enough of an appropriate amount of hot water to knock out this bag here. And thank goodness, too, it's about a quarter after here. Debs, how's it going? Good to see you here. Saying hi, Austin, everyone. Back at you. Good to see you here on this late night stream here. 24 thumbs up. Still over a dozen people watching. Appreciate that, guys and girls. All right. Working on our final bag of sand, and we'll see where this gets us. I still might get a few more bags of sand eventually, but honestly, I don't know. I'm looking over there, and I'm liking it a little bit more than I initially thought I was going to. The level of the substrate, that is. I am thinking about potentially doing like live plants in there. I'm probably going to all put them towards the back. If you look at kind of like what Corey had with Murphy for a while, but with Jungle Val, I might give Water Sprites a try in there too. But if you look at all that stuff, then yeah, you'll kind of get an idea of somewhat of what I'm kind of thinking for Escape for this. It's not going to be overly crazy. It's going to be overall pretty simple, but because the idea is I still want to give him all the space he wants to swim around and do what he wants. Because that's the whole reason why you get a tank this size in the first place, is so they can grow their full length, their full glory, and live as happy of a life as I can give them. Which hopefully is still pretty good. I have actually thought about putting Dragonstone, or the Dragonstone there earlier with Matt, because I do have a piece in there with him already in the 40 breeder that you saw him in earlier, but I haven't fully decided on that yet. I might get more rocks that are smoother, honestly, so it's less likely to scratch him up, but he hasn't been really known to thrash or dart around or anything, so it might be fine. Granted, it only takes one time for him to do such, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm not too worried about too much of the details of the aquascaping part right now. Right now, it's just about setting it all up, and I'm probably going to get heaters, too, before I put any plants in there. I don't know if I'm going to connect the heaters to the plants, but I think the plants will be kind of one of the final steps we do before we actually put Mac himself in there. Go. That bucket's looking pretty good. Ouch. I keep hitting that Dragonstone. Me and that Dragonstone are not getting along tonight. All right. Strain it out, strain it out. Keep letting that slowly strain, and I'll move you guys back over here. That's just me unplugging the charger. No need to worry. I moved our little table. Okay, there we go. Meet you back here in a second with the sand. All right, here we go. Ah. A little bit of that sand up here on the top. Let's get that in the tank. There we go. Woohoo! Don't you dare. Don't you dare just plop right into that water. Why do I insist on putting so much stuff in this corner? There we go. I wanted to get a little bit over there. It looked like it was a little uneven over there. Yeah, that looks better. That looks much better. There we go. Come on. There we go. All right. Is our bucket looking pretty clear? Oh, yeah. That's clear. All right. Yeah, guys. I'm kind of liking how that's actually turning out here. I'm thinking we're going to put a little bit more in this far corner over here yet on our next batch because it looks like that side's just a little low. Otherwise, guys, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of liking how this shaped up so far. This has got to be at least 2 to 2.5 inches deep all around at least. I'd probably bet more around the 2.5 inch mark or better yet. All right, guys. We are down to final batch. Or at least the last bucket for tonight anyway. Because after this, I'm out of sand. All right. My cushion's getting a little sandy. Get rid of that. There we go. Shake that off a bit. Here we go. Checking through the chat here. Nathan Hetz earlier saying, all right, y'all got to head to bed. Got to get up and mow my lawn and count on tomorrow. Hey, thanks for coming by, though, Nathan. Hope you have a good night, man. Thanks for dropping by. All right. Whoop. A little bit of fish food fell down here. Thank goodness the lid was on. All right, guys. The last batch. Let's do it. Got a little bit trickling in there yet. Come on. There we go. Here we go. All right. Last batch. Here we go. Check up through the chat here, make sure I don't forget anything. Yeah, I know Jerome was talking about this earlier too, but yeah, Boo Puffers, they're Boo puffers, their food bill, it gets expensive fast. His appetite just keeps going up and up, which is good. It shows that that Mac is healthy, but yeah, he's only gonna take bigger meals as he gets older. That's the thing. Boo puppers can live well over a decade. Sometimes I think even 15 years. I might be a little off. They might even live a little bit longer than that, honestly. I know if a Haka can live around, give or take 10 to 15 years, somewhere between that, if like given almost perfectly ideal conditions. But usually if you're give or take around the 10-year mark, then usually usually you've done pretty good. I've had Finley now for 3 years, so I hope that all goes well and that I have her for a long, long time yet. I would love to have her for the full 10 years, or more ideally past that. Because she was pretty small when I first got her. I still got a couple of camera clips when she was like only about 1.5 inches yet. And now it's crazy that same fish is now a 14-inch predator. She's beautiful, though. I love that puffer. She's amazing, though. Oh, no, Debs. Oh. Yeah, dropping fish food, especially like flakes and all that, or the pellets on the ground. Yeah, it's just kind of like that aw crap feeling. All right. Goodness gracious. It is about 1:30 in the morning here in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Still, again, about a dozen people watching here yet. 26 thumbs up as we're going on to about 2.5 hours here. We'll probably eclipse it before our work here tonight is all said and done. I'm thinking they'll probably, once we empty this bag, though, that's going to be about it, since all the fish have been fed. And I'll be all out of sand after this. Starting to clear up here. Debs is tapping out there saying it's 7:25 here. Oh, man. Yeah, day's just starting for you. Day's just finishing up over here. Jeff Kane also saying it's way past my nap time. Have a good night or day, everyone. You too, Jeff. Thanks for dropping by, man. You as well, Debs. Hope you have a good day at work there. Or, I mean, hey, if you enjoy what you do, I think the saying is, if you enjoy what you do, you don't work a day of your life, right? All right. We're about done stirring up this last bucket. Give it about another minute or two, and we'll be ready to push it over to our tank over there. Oh, Debs, can't wait to clock off. Been there too before, Debs. Been there before too. All right, that's getting pretty close. About another minute, if that, and we should be ready to put this in. Window Liquor just put a light on the tank. It's bright and covers well on a 90-gallon. Good for you, 90 gallons. Those are fun tanks. Give it a thumbs up. I'm right there with you. Those 90s, man. like a 75 2.0. Or I presume that's probably the footprint that you have. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, if it's the 90 I'm thinking of, it's just a 75, just a little taller. Oh, another, ooh, the new aquarium co-op light. I was actually thinking about maybe getting those for this tank here, but then I found a deal on Amazon. I still paid about $80 per light, but I mean, I think they'll do the job plenty well, though. They are a plant-engineered light, so they should do the job pretty well. I would say that sand is ready to go. Yeah, I'll definitely have to try the co-op light here at some point. I can't remember if Corey has a... I can't remember if his lights only go up to 4 feet or if he does have a 6-footer, because if he has a 6-footer, I'll probably order that one from him and put it on my 125 with the angelfish that you guys saw earlier. And yep, it is a 75 print. I thought so. Yep, just a 75, just a couple inches taller. I love those tanks. That's probably one of my favorite footprints in all of aquariums and such. That 4 feet long and 18 front to back. You got a lot of options with those tanks. I love those things. All right, I'm going to pick up my cushion so I can get it out of the sand and water, let it dry. And we'll dump this, strain out this last bucket here, and we'll get it in that tank with the rest of it. All right, here we go, guys. The last bucket of sand for the night. Maybe ever for this tank. Yeah, definitely want to get a little bit more in that corner over there because we're looking a little low over there. Over there, I think we look pretty good. Just got to level that out a little bit at some point. I'm not overly worried about that, though, right now. There we go. See how that looks. It's crazy how quick that stuff settles, too. A little better. You know what? I'm just going to dump it all there. There we go. Oh, nope. Got just a little bit in there yet. All right. Get in there, you. No sand left behind. Yep, and that bucket is clear. Whoa. I'm good. I promise I did not trip. Just sit and look at that for a hot second. Whew. That and I just want to sit for a minute. Been on my knees a lot here, and when not doing that, been walking around. I don't know, guys. We might actually have a good deal of sand in there, actually. Well, let's be real. We do have a good deal of sand in there. We got 600 pounds of sand in there. 150 pounds of play sand, only because I just had 3 bags left over. So, yeah, the first night we were cleaning out sand, I put in 3 bags of play sand in there because they've been sitting around. So I figured, you know what? Why the heck not? Let's put it in there. They've been sitting around, so let's use them. And then all the rest of it has been play sand. or pool filter sand, rather, actually, not play sand. 150 pounds of play sand, and then 450 pounds of pool filter sand. Gotta say, though, it's not looking too bad. Still on the fence about maybe later getting a couple more bags here yet. If I do, I might get 4 more at best, but that's about it. I don't know. This don't look too bad either, honestly, guys. Whew, 1:30 in the morning. Goodness. All right. Jimmy P, how's it going? Saying, hey, gang, time for my bedtime, but came in to say hi. Hey, appreciate that, Jimmy P. Just coming in here saying hello. Appreciate that, man. Drop a like if you wish while you're at it. If you haven't already, hopefully y'all have, but all y'all, appreciate it. Looks pretty good, I gotta tell you guys. I don't know. I might leave it alone. I might get a little more sand. I'm not sure. Never thought that I would have ever thought that 600 pounds of sand, though, would be potentially not enough for a tank, though, right? Oh. Oh, Melvin, can't sleep at night, Sandy, so I'm a night person and I sleep during the day because of, nightmares. Yikes. Sorry to hear about that, Melvin. Cyber! Been a while since I've seen you, man. Welcome. Evening on. Yes, it is quite late here. It's a little past 1:30 in the morning here. Heavenbound Farm, welcome aboard. Saying hello. What kind of fish are you going to be putting in this huge tank? Heavenbound, we are going to be putting in a Mabu pufferfish, also known as a giant freshwater pufferfish or Tetradon Mabu, whatever name you go by, I guess. Yep, we're going to have a Mabu puffer coming here. And we already have the Mabu, who's using a 40 breeder as a grow-out tank right now. He's about 6.5 inches currently. He's been growing about an inch every month and a half-ish or so. Pretty good growth rate for him. They sometimes can grow a little bit faster than that, but honestly, for him, I say growing at about an inch per month and a half, that's been plenty fast enough in my opinion. I'm sure once we mosey him over into this tank, he's going to have one heck of a growth spurt, too. Go from a 3-foot long to 18-inch tank and such, and then put him over in, this tank, which measures 8 feet long, 3 foot 3 inches front to back, 30 inches tall. It's gonna be going to be one heck of an upgrade for him, that's for sure. I'm not 100% sure yet as to what I'm going to put in with him yet. In terms of tank mates, because Maboo puppers, you can't actually get away with that, but I don't know. I think in terms of tank mates, I might kind of do something similar to like what Corey did, like, of course, with Aquarium Co-op, as a lot of you know. I might put like guppies in there with them is one thing I've thought about. I've also thought about maybe putting like a small tetra in there. I don't want anything too big, so once, you know, our Maboo gets big enough that, you know, when he gets of size, I basically want a fish that's so small that it's not worth his time to hunt. Not that I don't think he would. I've had little like feeder guppies left over that I've had before that I used to feed a Congo puffer once in a while. And I'd put him in with the Maboo just to kind of see, you know, how he'd cope with them. And not once did he ever chase them down. He lived with them just fine. So it gives me, at least currently, the impression that I would say that tank mates are at least a possibility with him. Hopefully it'll all work out. And I guess if it doesn't, we're going to start with a really, really cheap fish. That way, I guess if worst case scenario does come, you know, it's going to suck, but at least we won't have lost a whole lot of money. But, you know, we'll see. Yeah, Sandy, I mean, when we first put him in there, heck, it almost might be kind of hard to see him at first, which is kind of something I've been thinking about too. Like, I was debating if I maybe wanted to give him another grow out tank at first, but I don't know. I really don't know what I'd put him in to grow out in next, because, I mean, I guess you could do the 185 over here that's next to our plywood tank, but I don't know. Even then, I mean, the edges over here are just 19 inches wide, so, I mean, it's not overly different than what, like, that 40 breeder would be, other than, I mean, I guess this tank, it is 6 feet long rather than just 3 feet long. So I guess that would definitely be a dimension that would help him grow, but I don't know. I think that I don't know if it'd be enough of an upgrade because of those corners. It is getting late, but I'm not going to lie, guys. I kind of don't want to get out of the chair here. It kind of feels good to just sit, honestly. I'm kind of liking just looking at this. It's kind of what I'm thinking, Sandy. I'm also thinking, like, well, maybe if I put him in here at the School of Tetras and just don't put him in here by himself, then it won't be so bad. Maybe that'll help him stay active, hence, you know, not make this seem like such a big, huge void of water to him, you know? Mark, how's it going, man? Good to see you. Or good day, as he says. Good day to you, Mark. Or I guess here in Council Bluffs, Iowa, good night or good morning, whatever it is. As it is, my clock reads 1:41 a.m. It has gotten late. It's about bedtime, but honestly, in terms of how late I usually stay up in terms of doing work in the fish room, this is actually a pretty, in terms of time-wise at least, this is kind of a typical night for me, man. You know, Cyber, that's actually a good question. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know. I mean, obviously, Cardinal or Neon Tetras have been one thing that I've thought about. I guess I've thought about rummy nose tetras would be maybe another option. Somebody also once mentioned, actually a local fish store here in town actually suggested that maybe when he's bigger to consider giant Danios. I don't think that would look too bad, actually. Giant Danios could be cool. Another store I want to say even recommended putting in like Bala sharks or silver sharks, whatever name you go by. The thing is, though, those sharks, they get about a foot themselves. So, I mean, granted, this tank would work, but I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't know. A foot is a little bit bigger than what I'm looking to get because in the end, yeah, I want something that doesn't get overly big because, like, I'm not looking for a Tetra that probably gets any bit bigger than I'd say for sure, probably about 4 inches for sure. Because I want something that's small and that, especially when the Maboo gets of size, he's not going to consider a food source because they're going to be so small that he's just not going to consider them worth his time. A lemon tetra. I gotta be honest, Sandy. The name sounds familiar, but I can't exactly remember what they look like. I feel like the name would be kind of self-explanatory. I'd imagine there's some sort of a yellow, but I'll have to look into that, Sandy, because I guess I don't know a whole lot about lemon tetras. Admittedly, I haven't seen them a whole lot, but I mean, if they're available, yeah, I wouldn't be against it. I guess, yeah, rummy nose tetras would be, I guess if I had to make a top 5 of what I'm currently thinking, I mean, rummy nose tetras would look cool. Neons or cardinals would look good. I don't know, maybe ember tetras. Those especially don't get big. Oh, goodness. I had the other one on my mind, and now I can't remember what it was. I mean, I guess diamond tetras wouldn't look terrible in here either. I really like diamond tetras so much. But they have more of that flat body shape. I'm thinking that for tetras in here, it might be better to have more of that, like, sleek, or I call it a torpedo-like shape. Like the faster swimming tetras, I think, are the better thing. Or at least I think they'd be better in here too, because those flatter tetras may look more substantial and such, when we're talking about potentially putting a fish in with the Maboo that's, not gonna, be considered a food source, ideally. I mean, I'm sure either way, he might pick them off here and there. But, because, I mean, the chances are, I mean, I'm also thinking a smaller tetra would be good in here too, because then they can also, like, pick up some of the debris on the sand and all that. And I think that's kind of why Corey had smaller fish in with Mac for a while too. And I think it's also why he does the same thing with Ladybird. Is that, yeah, you get some of those smaller fish in there, and, when he eats those krill or, half clams or crayfish or crabs, whatever you give him, giant snails, all that protein is going to go in the water with little particles and such. And if you have, like, little tetras in there, they can kind of help keep the tank cleaner by eating some of those particles for you. And, yeah, I mean, kind of help with some tank maintenance for you, make your job a little bit easier. That's also kind of the biggest reason why I'm also thinking about it too. Not just to, add more life to the tank, but also for that reason kind of too is why I think I'd really like to find something. Oh, boy. I'm getting the yawns, y'all. Oh, he has geos now with Ladybird. I mean, that wouldn't be bad either, I guess. Geos are a ram cichlid, personally. I kind of like rams. I don't know. I kind of like ram cichlids a little more than geos myself. the German blues, the electric blues, the gold rams, Bolivian rams. I love those things. I think they are so beautiful. Such a cool fish. Oh, Cyber, I just remembered the other Tetra. I think it was a Emperor Tetra. The only thing that kind of makes me a little leery with an Emperor Tetra is they do have some unusual tails. When I say unusual, like they have like a little fork in their tail, and they can sometimes get. It doesn't get long like a sword tail would per se, but it still can kind of flap around and sway within the water, which a puffer may look at that in a certain way, and if that gets his attention, that could be very tempting to bite on, which is kind of the one thing that makes me just a little leery on the idea of Emperor Tetras. But I don't know, it's still kind of something in the back of my mind. I think overall with my specific Maboo puffer, I think it would work, but I could be wrong. Hopefully not, but I'll probably go with something else anyway, so I guess we'll never figure it out. But why are we always yelling? Again, I don't know, but fun fact, tetras are a type of fish. Yes, indeed. Yep. Guys, I am getting the yawns like no tomorrow. So I'm going to start killing the lights here on the tanks. I'm going to pull up the stream here also on my phone here, so that way as I go around here, if y'all talk in the chat, I can still see the chat as I mosey around and get all the lights to the tanks. That's right, my lights are not on. Ouch. My lights are not all on timers, so I got to do it the old-fashioned way. Walk around to each and every tank and get their light one by one. It doesn't take overly long, though. It takes about 5 or so minutes to walk around and do the whole lap. So it's not too bad. Six. Sorry, Finley, I do not have food. But I will bring you some more food and snails here tomorrow, I promise. Oh. Goodness. Bring down our air pump, because of course the last thing I want is that falling in the water. Not that I think it would actually would. Mark, of course, thank you for the deep insight yelling, absolutely. And yelling sounds like the might be on the way out there, but hope you have a good night, Austin. Absolutely appreciate you dropping by here. Absolutely, Sandy. It's about a $50 pump, so I definitely don't want that falling in the water. Might have almost got a pump that's too strong, honestly. No, I doubt it. I think once we put everything in the water, I don't just have it on hoses. I mean, I just kind of plugged it in and put like 4 different hoses down in the water to make sure that it's going to give me the power of air that I needed for this tank. And oh yeah, she's got plenty of power. There will be no worries there. Yeah, I was thinking that you looked. I think I've seen you on other streams potentially, but yeah, I didn't know if I ever saw you on mine before here. I don't always have the best memory too. Is the next thing, and that's also why I say, like, if I ever forget that you were on a stream before, ladies and gentlemen, please don't be offended. I don't mean anything personally by it. My memory just sucks. That's just the cold hard truth of it. My mind just is not exactly stellar. All right. Would you believe that this is only 20% of the luminosity these lights can do? There's full power, and there's 20% over there. I mean, these lights are kind of nuts. All right. One light off. There we go. You only see me on other streams. I'm usually blue and have a wrench. Oh, so you're usually a moderator then. All right. Good to know. All right, guys. Actually, before I turn the corner here, checking to make sure we got all the tanks. Yes. Yes. Finley, yes. It's also my way of making sure that I fed them all, too. Chief, yes. Exodons, yes. Green Spots and Tiger Knife, yes. Amazons, yes. Red Eyes, yes. The Powabye, yes. Mac, yes. One tank light I did forget to get. Be right back. There we go. All right. PNW Aqua, how's it going? Saying hello, Austin, and hello, folks. Good to see you here. Checking in here. Good to see you, Ryan. I try to connect names to YouTube channels as much as I can. It also helps when people are saying it in the chat, too. So thanks to all of y'all who are. All right, guys. Well, in terms of tank work on the 510 back there, that's about all we got for right now. Probably going to start thinking about what plants I put in there later. If you got suggestions, feel free. But if you're watching this live or watching on the replay or whatever, greatly appreciate y'all for checking in here and watching this here. Feel free to leave some suggestions. What plants did you put in there? I'm pretty sure I'm going to put some jungle valsinaria in there for some. Probably some different types of anubias, maybe some ferns as well in there. The plants overall in there are going to be pretty simple. I'm probably not going to put anything too crazy in there. Just because, well, one, my plant knowledge, I'm not Stephen P. I don't have all that vast of knowledge on plants, admittedly. But I don't know. That's just me, but yeah. Well, yelling, thank you. Guys, appreciate y'all checking out this stream here today. Hey, well, tonight, actually, now. But gonna go ahead and, it's going on at 2 a.m. here. So after cleaning up 6 bags of sand and, 300 pounds of sand more specifically, I'm tired. So I'm gonna go to bed. But appreciate all of y'all coming on this stream here and all the continued support you give here. I'm working on a care guide here as well in terms of a video. It'll be it's been almost 3 weeks now since I've last released a video. It's hard to believe it's been that long, but life has just been absolutely nuts. Since I see that people are talking about nuts, I thought we could use a play on words there. But yeah, keep an eye open for that. I'm going to try to have that done in the next couple of days here. So if it's not out tomorrow, check it for it on either Friday or Saturday. Going to have a care guide video actually coming out. So keep an eye open for that. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. We'll definitely have some more updates on this 510 here as we move along. And appreciate all the support here, guys. You know the next part. As always, guys, stay fantastic.